Son of a bitch, got you. Right, fellas, it's Friday. And of course that means only one thing. It's time to delve inside the fridge of commercial craft beers, pick one out and see what we think about it. And today we are remaining in the UK. The UK is coming out with some fantastic beers. Hammerton Brewery. This is the N1 Pale Ale, coming in at 4.1%. It's a sessionable pale ale brewed with fruity aromatic hops from around the world, it says. Comes in a 330ml bottle and it is bottle conditioned. So let's see if there's anything on here that tells us what hops are in it. No, it just says sessionable pale ale with a variety of fruit and aromatic hops from around the world. The malt and hop combination creates an interesting and refreshing beer. So on a day like today, red hot, I'm going to pop this open, see if it does deliver what it is saying on the bottle. Let's get it popped. Oh, nice hiss. Oh my goodness, that smells fresh as a daisy. Let's get it poured out and see if we can get it in the glass, not on the floor this time. My goodness. So as always, big thanks to our channel sponsors BeersOfEurope.co.uk for sending this out for us to try. They are the biggest online beer store in the UK. Their selection is vast from around the world, so go check them out. But we've poured it out without getting any all over the floor this time, and it looks absolutely fantastic. It is really well carbonated, not over the top, but there's definitely plenty in there. It's not bright white clear, but it is nice and clear. It looks like it's got character to it. It's poured a lovely meringue head, but that aroma is so fresh. Absolute freshness coming off the aroma. Yeah, lots of citrus coming off of it, lots of grapefruit. There is a touch of pine, but it's not overpowering the grapefruit. It smells really inviting, really fresh, really clean. And a touch of like freshly cut grass about it. Only a tiny bit. God, this smells like summer in a glass. Right, fellas, let's dive in, give it a whirl and see what we think about it. Cheers. That's good. That is good. For some reason it's sort of, I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting what it's given me. I think so. I was thinking refreshing. I was thinking it was going to be a little bit lighter. It's got a good mouthfeel to it. Yeah, it's not heavy by any stretch of the imagination, but it's definitely not light. It's definitely not light. There is a definite nice silky mouthfeel about it. The carbonation is perfect. There is just, for my preference, for my personal preference on the carbonation, this has got it all. It's just enough to keep everything lifted, keep the flavours buzzing around, but not that much that it's making you belch like mad. There is a good amount of malt profiling that runs through this. From the very first sip, you notice it right through to the back end, and there must be some amount or a decent amount of crystal in this, or a grain of similar sort of profiling, which is giving it a real nice sort of court toast char flavour that runs through it, and that marries really well with the bittering at the back end. It's bordering on being too much crystal. It's sort of right on the balance of being enough and being too much. They're giving that char, if there's crystal in it, but it tastes very much like crystal malt. My good lord. Let's get the rest of this poured out. Like I say, it's bottle conditioned, so it'll be a little bit murky now. Yeah, definitely bottle conditioned. Yeah, refreshing pale ale is what they're marketing this as, and I'd say they're about there, you know. This is refreshing. It's took me aback though, because I wasn't expecting the mouthfeel that it's got. Good amount of grain in this, which is running through the whole beer. The profiling of the grain hits you straight away from the very first sip. You're getting that nice bite, that nice bitterness from some of the specialty grains that are in this. And as you know, if you brew beer, too much crystal is knocking it out of balance. You only need to put a tiny bit more than what you need, and it's way out of balance. This is, for me, not bad in that respect. It would be better if they'd have cooked some of that back to let the hops through a little bit more, because the aroma is definitely hop dominant, but the malts really take over in the flavour. Don't get me wrong, you can taste the hops, but they're battling with this malt bitterness. But the bittering for the hops at the back end isn't overpowering, so it sort of, in a funny way, works. So let's recap. Let's recap it. Let's recap the Hammerton Brewery N1 Pale Ale, sessionable pale ale, 4.1%, abundance of hop aroma, a good amount of citrus, good amount of grapefruit, a hint of pine, and some nice sort of freshly cut grass aroma coming off of it. Not too much, but it smells fresh. It's nice. The malts on the flavour are king. That is the dominant aspect of the flavour. I'd enjoy it more if the hops were sort of a bit fresher in the flavour, but that's it, guys. That is it. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So don't take my word for it. Make up your own goddamn mind. But as always, I will leave a link directly to this beer on Beers of Europe in the description box, as well as a link to their main shop. Go and peruse their stock. It's vast. And that is it, fellas. So as always, don't forget to thumb up this video in case there's something I want to do. Don't forget to subscribe. It's a little red button down here that says subscribe. Click it and you won't miss out. Especially those people that are following Beers of Europe on Facebook that have stumbled across this video. Click the subscribe button. We do more on here than beer reviews. We actually brew the beer. Fan-friggin-tastic. And share the video, get it out there for all to see. Until next time, I'm out of here.